And we are live. How are you guys doing? Yes, indeed, we are live. We are live. We are alive. It's definitely a good day to be alive and also to be here live to discuss the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin has been the biggest mover this week. I repeat, the Bitcoin has been the biggest mover this week. And so we are going to be looking at the Bitcoin and, of course, understanding much better what the Bitcoin has been doing this year and what we expect from the Bitcoin as the second half of the year is around the corner. If you are just joining us, you're welcome. It's always a pleasure having you guys here. We have Sophia Dewa. We have Adelaide Kito. Good evening. Okay, it's good evening from your end. Yes, and indeed, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are connecting to us from, right? So, okay, beautiful. We have more people joining us. Awesome. So you're all welcome. And of course, what we are going to be doing here is a quick discussion on the Bitcoin, and we're going to be starting from the monthly time frame, which is, of course, for the position traders. So we're going to touch base on the different type of traders that we have, which happens to be the scalpers, the intraday, the swing, and the position traders. So we are going to be discussing this from the higher time frame, from the monthly all the way down to the 15 minutes. And if you look at the setup that we have in front of you, we've already done all of this for you to have a look at, right? And as we have done this for you to have a look at, this is how we're going to be discussing, right? And we're going to use that to tell a story. I repeat, we're going to use that to tell a story. Telling a story is always the best way to go, right? Beautiful. I can see more people are joining us. Indeed, you are all welcome. And we have Owen Franklin, who said, I've been buying Bitcoin since 2017, never look back. Yes, indeed, you could say that, but what goes up also must come down. And that is why if you have a look at this chart, you can see when it topped at the 64, 60, yeah, let's say like the 65K area, you'll notice that it started to drop. And of course, a lot of people, have been crying for a while because most cryptocurrency traders, I'm talking about this place as we just mentioned, when it topped here, made a double top here, you can see the wicks that broke out but didn't close, it closed lower. This area was an area and a time of distress from 2021 for a lot of traders, especially traders that just do buy and hold. It's not about buying and holding, but it's about understanding the market structure and being able to follow the waves when it's going up and when it's going down. So now for this monthly, and once again, as I always say, I don't want to take much of your time. And for those just joining us, if you're joining us here for the first time, I want to say thank you for joining, and you are indeed welcome. My name is Tolu Olatunji, and I am a Forex trader, analyst, and a coach. I've been doing this for more than 10 years, looking at the market from a simplified perspective. So hopefully, as we are going to continue with this, it will be as simple and straightforward for even the beginners to understand exactly what we are trying to discuss here. At the end of the day, as I always say, we are trading price and we're trading the movement of price. Price moving up or price moving down is what we are after. As we want to make pips, we want to make money, you must understand price, right? So we also want to thank Trading Live for this platform, for giving us this platform to be able to discuss the market. And of course, it's a free session we're having now. So as we're discussing the market, we also want to say thank you to those also joining me on the YouTube, my YouTube channel, on my live as well. Thank you. So it's always a good one having everybody here, right? So my name, once again, is Tolu, representing CSA Forex. That's the name of my academy. Common sense approach to Forex trading. But as we always say, with this same approach, you could trade whether it's the Forex or the cryptocurrencies or the indices, commodities, stocks, and so on. So now let's go a bit deeper into what we have in front of us. This is the monthly time frame, We had this a long time ago as a form of resistance, which later broke out here and then pushed all the way to this area here of 64, 65K. And then from here, we had a double top here, and then it started to drop aggressively. It dropped aggressively. We had here as a form of support. It acted as support a bit, but then later broke out. Price has a story to tell, and I'm here to deliver the story to you. I'm going to break it down for you to understand the story much better. You would understand the story based on what happened, what is happening, and what should happen. I repeat, you will understand the story based on what happened, what is happening, and what should happen. And once you understand these three, it will help you to take advantage of the market. So as we had this over here, price broke out from this area or here that was going to act as support. I can see it even confluenced to the 5061.8 area of interest, but it didn't hold, and then it went down to this point here, which now acted as a form of fresh support. So this is what we have been witnessing for a few weeks and even a few months now on the BTC, on the Bitcoin. And as we said, Bitcoin bullish run 2023. I'm going to explain further as we continue to drop down in time frames. So you can see this place that was former support, here it is now. So the question is, will the former support really now act as resistance? But when price breaks this area of support, you can see it's acting as support, but the moment it breaks out, it should not act as resistance, meaning that the moment it pulls back here, it should not act as what? Resistance, and then do what? And then drop down. So we're waiting to see what happens in this area here from the monthly time frame. I'm going to switch over to the weekly now. Here was a crucial area of about 18,500 thereabouts, if I remember. It was about 18,500 or even lesser, this area, about 16K, 15K area, where we're expecting that if it broke out from here, then we're heading to this point here, about 5K and even lower. This would have been a very dangerous area for the Bitcoin, but the bulls were able to come in here. So let's drop down to the weekly, so things start to get clearer and clearer. I'm going to switch back to the comment section in a bit and then go over our comments. I can see more people are joining. I'm going to go over our comments and then we see what we make of it. Guys, we are talking about the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin alone. Today is strictly for the Bitcoin. On our live market analysis sessions, at times we talk about different instruments. At times we focus on a particular instrument. Today, we're focusing on a particular instrument, which happens to be the Bitcoin, the father of all the cryptos, the BTC, and so on, right? So now look at what we have over here. From this that we called resistance, if you remember from the monthly, right? This was now where it acted as a form of support. And over here, if you look clearly, it even made a wedge down and then it acted, right, as a form of support and then pushed higher. And then it's coming back to this area that we said acted as former support and then now should act as resistance. The good thing about this particular story now is that it formed a rising bearish, it formed a bearish flag pattern, meaning that with the flag pattern, as you can see here, naturally if you hit this side and then drop down, which is what it did, it hit here and then drop down, only to get to this area, this diagonal trend line, and then push higher violently this week. You can see this big candle is for this week. You can see that this major movement was from the week, and that's what we said. We are looking at the Bitcoin, which happens to be the major, biggest mover of this week. Every week, there's always a big mover. Last week was the yen. If you check the Euro JPY and then the Pound JPY as an example, it was extremely bullish to show you that the yens were very weak last year, right? So this is the Bitcoin over here. And then what are we expecting? Because you must always understand what we said earlier. What happened? What is happening? That would help you to determine what should happen. And as I said, are the sellers, are the bears, are they done? Because this is a crucial area that we need to pay attention to. For me, this is where you should find the sellers, only if it breaks out to the other side and then acts as support and then pushes higher, right? But time will definitely tell. This is the weekly time frame, and what we can see here is this massive weekly candle. I can't wait to see how this candle ends, because if you ask me, this week has been looking extremely bullish. If you look very well, this is part of the week, right? Today is Wednesday, so this is Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So this week has been extremely bullish. And it has been extremely bullish. You can see now we've dropped down to the daily time frame. Guys, I'll cross over to the chat section. So if you have any question with respect to this Bitcoin, right, I would answer Bitcoin strictly for now, right? So if you look at what we have in front of us, the daily, I can see we mark this area here with this vertical, showing you where the year started. Once again, we said that this is the Bitcoin bullish run 2023, the year 2023. You can see what we've had over here. This is from the year 2023. It has gone all the way from about, let's see, all the way from about this lows of about 16,500 area, 16K area, and got into these highs of about 31K area. It has been a rather interesting bullish run for the first half of the year. So what are we expecting in the second half? And that's what we said, what happened, what is happening, and what will happen. Now, what happened earlier is that it hit this area here of untested what? Untested support, former resistance, now untested support. And you can see this massive bearish pin. You'd have expected that this would have been the candle to take it back down, but it failed and then broke higher, only for that area to act as what? To act as support. Remember we said when an area breaks, then the other side becomes the opposite. So when resistance broke over here, the other side became support, right? And that tends to happen vice versa. So the market for this year has been bullish. My question now is, where are the sellers? Where are the sellers? This is the question. Where are the sellers? You ask me, the last line of defense for the sellers is over here. Right? Apart from this here, that happens to be a top. Right? If you look at this from the weekly, it could easily be a double top. Apart from this top that we have over here, I have this here as a form of key supply. I repeat, this is an area of key supply where I'm expecting the sellers to come in here. And then even if they don't take it all the way back down to this point, right, they should at least retrace even before it's going to break out of this area. We should have a reaction to this area. Look at the massive candles that we've had in the last 2 days. You can see this is today, this is yesterday. Now, my question also is, how much higher in this year can the in this week can the Bitcoin go? You can see that we ask a lot of questions. This is how I trade personally. I ask myself questions. Where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? What is price trying to do? So when you ask yourself questions, you need to look at it from different angles. Look at it from the two angles of being a buyer and also a seller. If you want to buy on this time frame, this is where you should have bought, or you wait for price to come back here and then you look for buy opportunities to take it up. But then if you want to sell, it is presently at the area of selling. Now, a quick disclaimer, as I always say, whether it's at the beginning or the middle or at the end of every live session, a quick disclaimer, this here live is for educational purposes. It's not to be used as a form of signal. Even though we're talking about what should happen, I can easily take advantage and make pips. People have made pips from our live sessions before. But what we are doing here is strictly for educational purposes, where you understand and then you can trade on your own. Don't forget that this is a live and a free session where I'm streaming on my YouTube channel and also streaming on the Trading Live platform as well, right? Great. I'm going to go over your comments in a bit. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them and I'll get to them in a bit. Now, where are the sellers? We seem to have answered the question, but then what do we need over here in order to jump in on sell? Let us drop down further in time frame. This is the 4 hours. You can see the 4 hours. Let me adjust this. This is the 4 hours. And then we had this breakout from here. This was a trend line that was holding this on the 4 hours to the downside, but then it broke out over here. right? As it broke out over here, as you can see, it broke out with this massive, can you see this massive bullish engulfing? It engulfed not just the previous candle, but the entire candle in that area. You can see that the bulls did not come to play, and then we kept on having some series of strictly bullish candles. We've not had an opposite candle yet, only bullish candles. And then this last 4 hours that we're in now, you can see that this is the strong bullish move once again. Now you might be asking, what are these buyers up to? Are they on steroids? Are they on drugs? What are they taking? Where are the sellers? Are the sellers scared? What are the sellers planning? Are they planning an ambush? What are they going to do? Where are they going to do it? Because trust me, on every chart, there are buyers and there are sellers. Whether the trend is an uptrend or the trend is clearly a downtrend, there are always buyers and sellers in the market. And that's what we have over here. Let's see. I love the fact that we're dropping down in time frame. So you can see we are breaking. It's a thing of breaking the story. We're breaking the story of price with respect to the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, the father of all the cryptos. And good thing about the Bitcoin, that if you check as an example, the Ethereum tends to move in line with the Bitcoin. I'm not going to switch over to the Ethereum. We're going to focus strictly on the Bitcoin. Now, guys, once you understand price, you can trade any instrument, you can trade any instrument whatsoever. This here is the hourly time frame. You can see the hourly time frame here. You can see, wow, this was a massive breakout over here, right? It was a massive breakout over here. This was former resistance. It came and kept on acting as resistance, and then it broke out over here. Look very well, it broke out over here and then pushed higher. As it pushed higher, we had this sort of rising flag pattern. I can see that's even pushed higher. As that pushed higher, for me, it's an extension. It's an extension. And then if you are a CT counter trend trader, you should understand when it comes to overbought, oversold, you should also understand the aspect of divergence. This has I repeat, this has divergence written all over it. If you want, you can put up like an RSI, relative strength index indicator, that you can get from oscillators. Now, remember we said something earlier, as a trader, you must be cognizant on both sides. Whether you're a trend trader or a counter trend trader, you must know what the other party wants to do. So if you put up the relative strength index here, we use the default, obviously 14, and then okay. Look at what we have here. Clearly, it is above 70. So that first of all, you can see it's 83, right? And it even dipped because it was higher than 83. I think it got to about 88 thereabout. And then if you look very well, it is above 70, which simply means it is what? It is over what? It is overbought, number one. And then we have divergence. We have divergence as well. This is divergence when the price is pushing higher, but then the RSI or the MACD is pushing lower. This shows that price clearly is lying. And as I said, for this week, we need a pullback, we need a retracement. I don't know whether we're going to get back to this point here of 27K, but this will be a good place to launch for the buyers, for the trend traders. This will be a good place for them to launch and then to take it back up. So if you drop down, we're going to drop down one more time frame. I'm going to explain some more, because remember we said we're looking at it from different angles, from the scalper, intraday, swing, and position trader. We said with the monthly, which is the position, and then working our way down to scalping. But if you can get this as a scalp and then it drops all the way here, trust me, you can make a lot of pips. But you must understand what you need to pull the trigger. Let's drop down to 15 minutes time frame. We'll go over to the comment section. We'll discuss a bit more, and then we'll do what? We call it a day. Yes, we'll call it a day, and we can watch it from different angles, right? Guys, if you're just joining us, please, you can watch this on the replay. We started about 19 minutes ago. I'm going to try my best not to make it too lengthy so that you can watch this again. Now, by the way, I did a quick rundown on this on my YouTube channel. So if anybody is interested, you can head over to the YouTube channel and then you can watch this recording. I tend to do recordings on the YouTube channel talking about different aspects of instruments or the market and so on that could easily help everybody out. I'm going to drop the YouTube link. Remember, I said the name of my academy is CSA Forex. CSA Forex, which stands for Common Sense Approach. So I believe we have been looking at the market from a common sense approach from the very beginning up till now. So if you look at what we have here, okay, let me just drop the that's the YouTube link over there. So I've dropped it for everybody. So if you look at what we have in front of us, we have the this rising flag pattern. And guys, you have divergence here, you have overbought here, even on this time frame, 15 minutes. Trust me, guys, I think you might need to do a screenshot of this or duplicate this on your own system, because trust me, it is time to sell. Even a trend trader knows that, because price needs to pull back in order to reload. Even the smart money, the professional money, they know that as well. After making good profits, they quickly jump out. And then when price retraces, pulls back, they can now jump back in. Because clearly this year, it has been for the bulls. But then you always have pockets of sellers. You always have pockets of the bears in the market. And that's what we're about to witness. We are about to witness. Remember we said what happened in the past, what is happening now, and what should happen in the future. So this is the future analysis, and I'm telling you guys from this point here, at least we should get back to this point here. Once you get here, it might bounce and push higher, who knows, or it might break out. Use this as a launching pad for more bears, for more sellers, and then it goes further down. So we have a few plays here. This is one. You could get one here for you to enter to sell as a seller. You could enter here to sell. Don't forget, as a disclaimer, please know how to properly calculate your risk. We are using this as a form of educational purposes strictly, and not as a form of signal. Also, apart from knowing how to calculate your risk, which is your volume, which is your lot size, you need to also know how to put in your stop loss, the proper place to put in your stop loss to protect your account just in case it goes against you. Then we have another play here. This is the second play here for the sellers. So either you get in here or you get in here, or you get in here and here. You need to understand what you're looking out for and how to enter the market. So for me, my own bias for now, especially based on how the market has moved this week, my own bias now is that we need a retracement. And if you are a CT trader, you can as well jump in, right? You can easily click on sell here, put your stop loss, calculate your risk appropriately, understand your risk to reward ratio, where you're going to get out, and of course, understand how you're going to manage your trades. Trade management is something that traders are lacking in today, and that is costing them heavily. Now, as I've done a quick rundown of the Bitcoin from the monthly all the way down to the 15 minutes, which happens to be the area of scalpers, right? As I've done that for you, I'm going to cross over to the comment section now, and then we'll look at the comments together based on Bitcoin. You ask questions, we answer together. We can explain a bit some more if you need clarity, but then we will call it a day sooner or later in a few minutes. I don't want to take much of our time. I want us to be hitting home, right? We have new traders here. We have struggling traders. I even have a question for you guys while I go over your comments. I have a question for you guys. What seems to be the challenges that you are having in trading, whether it's trading the Bitcoin or trading Forex or whatever the case may be? What is your biggest challenge or your challenges? If you have more than one, guys, start to write them down now. What issues are you having? What problems are you having? What difficulties are you facing when it comes to the business? Let me know, and we'll try to address them in good time. Our Fridays, we normally use Fridays for Q&A session. I'll still schedule that for the Q&A and then get back to you guys sooner than later. Okay, let me just go over the comments. Let's see. Lindsay Gibson says spot BTC should still be banned. Okay, no problem. Should still be banned, but you can see what we have here. You can still trade it and make money. We're all here to make money. Let's see. Blair Johnson said time to sell. Yes, you can say that from the explanation that we have given, even though for the year 2023, it has been bullish. Of course, you always have price moving in waves. You could have the big major wave, which is the bullish wave. You could also have the small waves inside the big ones. So the small waves happens to be the bearish waves, right? So you have some bearish waves inside the bullish waves, and that's what we're having as an uptrend this year. Okay. Joshua Tulan said, the crypto market has been unfavorable for months and I keep losing my money selling off during dips. You're selling during dips? That is totally wrong. I'm very scared of holding right now. Joshua Toland, how long have you been trading for? First of all, how long have you been trading for? And do you make use of stop loss? Do you calculate your risk management appropriately? I'm interested in knowing that, especially how long you have been trading for, because that will give me an idea, probably your experience level, obviously, and also your stop loss, risk management, and all how you have been managing your trades, because that is very, very important. Because you said something at the end that you said you didn't just say scared, you said you are very scared of holding right now. So let me get your feedback. Hopefully when I scroll down, I get your feedback and then I can address it more. And guys, if you want to have a chit chat with me, as I always say, you can reach out to me on my Instagram. I'm going to drop the link on my Instagram as well. You can chat me up if you have any question whatsoever. Okay, Henry Emily said, what's the best digital currency in the market that a beginner should start investing for long-term profit? You can start with the Bitcoin. Yes, you can start with the Bitcoin. Bitcoin happens to be the father. It happens to be a key mover for the crypto. And of course, you know, you have a lot of cryptos that keep on coming up, but I always like the regulars with respect to the Bitcoin. Okay, Irene Marshall said, I don't think BTC USD gonna break 32,500 levels. Let's see how that goes. Price is price. Price can do what it wants to do. It's for us to just follow. If price gets to your level of the 32,500, and if it breaks out, just try to follow it. Don't forget, it has been extremely bullish for this year, right? But if you look at it from higher times like weekly, monthly, you could also still see that price is at that area. You guys remember that price is at that area of what? Of resistance. It has flipped from support to now resistance. So on the higher time frames, we're expecting the sellers to come in strong. But from what we can see this year, bullish, we're just working off the CT moves, the counter trend moves, which could even easily turn into a major trend move to the downside. But let's see how that goes. Okay, Irene Marshall said Bitcoin pump like fake breakout. Okay. Do I trade EuroCAD? I look at it, but I haven't traded it in a while. That's Idea Kipling. We're not here to talk about EuroCAD. We are here to talk about what? We're here to talk about the Bitcoin, the BTC crypto. Victor Norton said, nobody thinks that crypto is over. Yes, crypto is not over. Crypto is far from over, right? It's for you to understand that you can make money both ways. When it is going up, it's more or less a boom. And people are happy that there's a big boom in the market, is booming, and then you follow and then you buy. When there's a crash in the market, which is down, of course, people are scared, but you can still make money. I repeat, you can still make money. In times of boom and in times of crash, you can make money at the end of the day. Just understand the movement, understand where to enter to follow that movement, and you are good to go. Lindsay Gibson said, oh, I'm holding something, all right, but it's not crypto. Okay, no problem. Don't forget, we're talking about the Bitcoin strictly. And then after talking about the Bitcoin, we call it a day. You have questions, fine, we look at them. Bredu, any plan to make BTC owners traceable? I don't know about that, right? We're not here to talk about that. Tina Kate, interesting and informative, okay. Len O'Neill said, honestly, I'm investing my time and money in crypto now because this new price is a clear sign for new investors to come in. Yes, of course, it's a new one for investors to come in. You need to understand price and see how you can take advantage simply. We keep on saying that. Up, down, you can make money. Sebastian Sidney said, can you recommend a cryptocurrency broker? Well, you have a lot of brokers out there. Of course, we all know the popular Binance and a few others. We could also use the regular brokers. Regular brokers, forex brokers, CFDs, they always update their database with respect to adding more instruments into the mix. So the one that I'm using, I have been using for a while now, that I'm very comfortable with, happens to be ICM, and I'm going to put up the link here. I can open up an account with that broker. This is it for Sebastian Sydney. IC Markets, I like them. because, of course, of transparency. They're regulated. You can easily make your deposits, make your withdrawals without any issues. And that should be one of the major things that brokers or traders should be looking out for. If you notice for a while, just like the the what's the name? The issue that happened last year. Um, issue that happened last year with Binance, right? And what's his name? Sam Friedman or something, right? If you remember the issue from last year, where Sam Friedman, that's of the SBF that went under, right? That is something that can easily happen. For me, the crypto space is always very how will I put it? It's very volatile. So you need to be careful, not just with the crypto trading, but also with the crypto brokers, strictly the crypto brokers. We've been hearing a lot of things about Binance as well. I don't want to say too much so it doesn't seem I'm trying to say anything negative or positive. I'll just leave it as it is. But for now, I've been using one that has been tested and trusted for years. Right, even before the crypto started to make so much noise, tested and trusted. That is the ICM, and I've dropped the link for you. And for any other person who wants to open an account with it, you can give it a trial with small funding, make deposits, then make withdrawals as well, and place trades and see how it goes. The platform, everything is good to go. Okay. Ovio Nicholas said, I already lost 75% of my investment to crypto crash this year. Oh, wow. Crypto crash this year. The crypto crash this year. Sorry to hear that, Ovio. Nicholas, please give me more information on what happened and let's see how we can help you out. That's what we are here to do. And if you don't need any explanation, then no problem. We have helped somebody out. Even if it's only one person I've helped out, we have helped out, then no problem. Maurice Stowe said, nice explanation. Thank you. Paula Harriman said, how long did it take you to become a trader? Not just a trader. People can become a trader overnight. Because traders now, today, they just open an account, even demo, you have demo traders, you have live traders. So a trader is a trader within a day, 2 days. They start calling themselves trader. But when it comes to professional trader, being able to analyze the market, and that is where, it now starts to differentiate you from those that are just called traders, right? So you have the pro traders and then you have the traders. So traders and traders. For me, it took me years. It took me years because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anyone to show me the ropes. I was trying to learn everything, and then everything was clashing, analysis paralysis, poor risk management. So it was a bit of tough time for me. And that's why I always say for those of you here, if you are new or struggling, you don't need to struggle for years, for months, or whatever the case might be. Get a mentor. I am a mentor. I'm a coach. This year is absolutely free. But if you need, it's not compulsory, but if you need my attention, if you need hand holding for at least 1 month, we could discuss. I do a form of coaching, one-on-one coaching for anybody that's interested. I will definitely put you through on how to trade any instrument and how to look at any instrument at the end of the day. Okay, that's for Paula Harriman. Joshua Tolan said, do you have a prediction on what BTC will be at the top of this bull run? At the top of this bull run, if you remember, let me just switch to this chart and clean this up first of all. And then I'm going to show you guys something. I see that it's looking like it's an extension, it's breaking out here. But trust me, this area is still very much valid. And we could even also still make some slight adjustments here. Because make some slight adjustments to what's happening here. If you look very well, you could have something moving in this manner, right? You can have something moving in this manner as a form of another wedge pattern, right? Because the wedges, right? Because wedges could be triangles, could be flags, and so on. You have another one here, you can see moving higher here. That means that it's still reacting, and this is still very much valid for a drop down, right? And your question once again was, do I have a prediction on what BTC would be at the top of this bull run? Yes, and then that's why I want to switch over to, let's use the weekly, switch over to the weekly. If you look at the weekly over here, it is still within the former support. This was former support, as you can see here, resistance is still within that area of resistance. So at the end of this bull run for this week, we should have a reaction here, and we should, I'm saying we should, not we would, it's not definite, and we should have a drop down, or it should push higher, break out from here, use this as a launching pad because it tends to act as flip zone. Support flips to resistance, resistance flips to support, and so on. You could flip back here and act as support and push higher. We also have a interested area here of supply. Who knows, it might push higher to maybe like the 45K area. Somebody said earlier that you should not pass 32,500. That is the 32,500 that we have here. This area here, as you can see, I did a circle here, so you can see 32,200 is approximately the 32,500 person was talking about. So probably we have the same area that has been mapped out here from the higher time frames. But then don't forget, on the lower time frames, right, on this 15 minutes, you can see what's happening here. This is very crucial, very key. And we could easily have a pullback over here, so you can take advantage. We even have traders that are martingale traders. Martingale traders are those that tend to add to the losing positions, right? You could sell now, you push it higher, you put another sell. Strategically, you do that, and you also understand the risk involved, and you also understand how to calculate for your volume and your lot size. I hope I've not said way too much to confuse some of us. I'm trying my best not to. I'm trying my best to keep it very, very simple for everybody to understand fully. Right, this is what we have over here. Let me just go over your comments before we round up. We're going to round up very soon. Pu Chong said that makes sense. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your hard work, Henry. Emily, thank you. Let's see. Thank you, sir. Good analysis, Alan. Thank you, guys. I've learned a lot. Good. I can't understand. I'm at a loss. Everyone is great, especially me. Okay, those are probably bots. Okay. So we are gradually rounding up now, and I'm going to leave you guys one or two things. Guys, do a screenshot of this chart that we've looked at. I'll just flip over slowly. Do a screenshot of this quickly. In the next 2-3 seconds, I'm going to flip over to the next one, the weekly. Guys, do a screenshot of this. In the next 2-3 seconds, I'm going to switch over, or probably should do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, switch over. This is the daily. Guys, do a screenshot of this. 3, 2, 1, switch. Do a screenshot of this. 3, 2, 1, switch. Do a screenshot of this. 3, 2, 1, switch. Do a screenshot of this as well. 3, 2, 1 as well. We are doing a screenshot so that when you come back tomorrow or next week or next month, right, which obviously would be the beginning of the second half, and then you start to see this drop down, you'd have said to yourself, oh, so the analysis that we did made sense, and then we could have taken advantage. Then I think we need to pay attention more to what this person has to say so that you can take advantage. If you are struggling as a trader, let us know. I asked a few questions to a few people, but no reply. It's not a problem. As I always say, this session is absolutely free. You could be here, might not be here. You could take advantage, don't take advantage. You could ask questions. Don't ask questions. You can reach out to me after. It's not a biggie, right? You can be here with me and you are probably watching TV or you're playing game. I'm not really bothered. I'm here, and I just hope that one person, only one person, has gotten value. And with that said, I'm going to round it up now, and then I will probably do an update, if not later this week. And I'll probably do an update next week. Friday should be our Q&A session, so look out for that as well. Right, so I want to say thank you guys for joining me. It has been a good one. If you are interested in a one-on-one session, you can always reach out to me. You can always head over to the website, my website, csaforex.com. That is it. I have dropped the link over there. You can always head over to my website, www.csaforex, and just scout around, check on testimonials. I have a free video there that you can also watch, and so on. That would help everybody out. So I want to say thank you guys for joining me. It has been a good one. Thank you to Trading Live for this platform, for connecting us from different parts of the world. Tolu from BC, British Columbia in Canada. I'm sure you guys are from different parts of the world. We normally have people from Dubai, from the likes of the United Kingdom, from Africa, and so on, right? So it's always good to connect with you guys. So hopefully we connect soon enough, and then we dish out more information that hopefully should make sense to everybody, and then we learn together, we grow together, we make pips together, we make money together, which is very key, very, very important at the end of the day. Okay, so thank you guys. So I am signing out now, and we will see you at a later time. Okay, thank you, and goodbye for now. Cheers.